long time. Welcome back, Raju. Sip Komal, Sip Krishna, Sip Pankaj, Sip Ranjana, Sip Rekha, Sip Anand ki Khoj, Sip Karan, Sip Vanita, Sip Dasi Budh, Sip Mrs. Sadhwani, Sip Premchand ji, Sip Atmaitrai, Sip Kailash, Sip Anil Tiokar, and many of you who are joining the call who are cannot be seen. I welcome you to the call. Today's subject of discussion is how does spiritual enlightenment affect one's relationship with others? Very important discussion. How does spiritual enlightenment, how does that awakening affect one's spiritual relationship with others? What does it mean? It means this. Many people are confused. They think spirituality is escapism. Oh, you're running away. You're running away in the forest. You're running away into becoming a yogi, sannyasi. They don't know. How does a spiritual awakening? Sometimes people think, oh, once you're spiritually awakened, your relationship with everybody will be destroyed. You have a big problem. How will you live in this world? You become spiritual. So these are the kind of questions which I said every day I must try to put the discussion in some perspective. So if I don't do this, I hope you will not let me start. You should ask me, stop me and tell me to bring the discussion to a perspective. So I hope you have got some perspective to today's discussion. How does spiritual enlightenment affect one's relationship with others? So with that note, we have Yogini. Yogini, you will start. Yogini.
Shivoham, sir.
Shivoham.
Sir, when we are on this path, our near ones and the dear ones, they get the fear of losing us, of attachment, which will be, they think it will not be there after she becomes, if she goes on this
path. Sannyasi ho gayi. वो सन्यासी हो गई, चले गई, हमारी दुनिया से चले गई.
वो fear आ जाता है उनमें.
So this is a big problem, and people think, and not only people think, even you think. Sometimes you think, oh, that's why some people tell me, can I get spiritual enlightenment after 2-3 years, please? Can I get after 2-3 years? I say, why after 2-3 years? That 2-3 years I want to enjoy my life. What do you want to enjoy your life? You mean to say 2-3 years you want to suffer? I hear it like this. Oh, let me suffer now 2-3 years. Please let me suffer for 2-3 years. Then I will be enlightened. Arey, how does spiritual enlightenment affect our relationship? You tell me, Yogini, so what is your answer? What does it do?
Like they will stop you, they will
you are telling the side effects. You are telling the medicine lene se side effect ye hai. I am asking what is the effect of the medicine, not the side effect of the medicine.
For me, you are saying the effect of medicine.
How does spiritual enlightenment affect one's relationship? Do you know?
That's what, sir. It is the fear that will.
Okay, wait. You are talking what people will fear. You're not telling whether it actually will create. Does spiritual enlightenment actually create किसी को पागल करता है?
नहीं.
वो क्या करता है? Spiritual. How does it affect the relationship with others?
They are calm. Those who are on this path, they really become calm. It doesn't matter to them what the world is telling them.
So what happens with the relationship with others?
They try to be in bliss with the others, na? When they are
so what
on
is the
this
problem
path.
then? Then why others should have a problem?
Because they are not on this path, no? We are on this path.
Okay, so we wait and let us get some more perspective. Okay, Yogini, good start. Komal, Rajendra, Samatma, Vanita. Start.
Yeah. Namaste. As per me, what I understood is that the identity remains the same, but attachment to that identity becomes less. So suffering also becomes less.
How does spiritual enlightenment affect relationship with others?
It does not, it improves the relationships others because that time we are not attached, and because of attachment only we suffer. Like somebody is saying something, so we react because we think we are husband, wife, or this and that. So if we are not thinking that, we are not attaching ourselves, suffering becomes less. after
Yeah,
enlightenment.
again, you're also talking, I think, a little bit of a side effect. Think on the main effect. Come, think, Sabo. Rajendra, Samatma, let me see if somebody gives a direct answer. Rajendra, Samatma, Vanita. Rajendra, to the point.
To the point, sir. So far, my interactive confrontations have got lessened and choosy day by day due to my developing tendency towards my inward journey. There is no gossip. So, although my relations have sweetened because of my compassion, marginal increase in compassion after coming to the call, and it got sweetened with the people in general, but particular in general, and with some in particular whom I would never like in my life. This is the effect which I think that I have got so far from this.
Okay, good,
Part.
good perspective. Thank you. Samatma, will you give your view? How does spiritual enlightenment affect relationship with others? With Samatma, unmute.
Yeah, Shivoham.
Sure.
Really, what I have realized is once I started taking my journey seriously, so all the people who were not serving me or serving my purpose of moving forward in my enlightenment journey have automatically just moved away from me. Moved away in the sense, I don't even know when they went away, and I'm not even missing them. And new doors have opened up. So I feel I'm free and I'm much calmer, and it's easier for me to go on my path.
How has it affected your relationship with others?
I have not seen any drastic change because those who were not meant to be with me moved away automatically.
Hold on. I understand one point, that those who are not, the relationship with irrelevant people is over. I got it.
Yes.
What about the relationship with the relevant people in your life?
They are there. It is as it is, but it makes no difference to me. Whatever they say or whatever is happening, it makes no difference to me.
So you must take from me some tips. Don't forget, before the end of this call, I must give you some tips. Okay. Because spiritual enlightenment must have impact. And I will try to, with the grace of SIP, I will try to put that in words. Thank you, Vanita Raji. Vanita Raji Chiranand. Vanita, how does spiritual enlightenment affect relationship with others? Unmute, yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Now that we are in the path, I would say there is no relationship as such for enlightened person, because whatever was there before that, we like husband, my child, and all, that's all fading away slowly. That is what I would say. I mean, but the relationship is good, but not as a my people or others. I don't see them as that way, because this path has taught me to accept and surrender whatever, see the world with acceptance and surrender. And
but when that happens, then your relationship may be going sour, no, because they may not like the idea.
No, I don't behave that way. I sit with everyone, but there is nothing much to talk, much to say. But of course, some conversation do take place, but without keeping it in mind that I am SIP and I see SIP as everyone.
So what happens when you see SIP in everyone?
This is the practice I am trying
when
to.
When you see SIP in everyone, how does it change your relationship with them?
There is no relationship as such. I don't remember the relationship. What relationship I have with them?
Okay, good, very good. Theoretically, very good. But you have got people around you, your family members. Theoretically, I agree with what you say. Practically, how do you deal with it?
Practically, only I'm saying right from the beginning. Even if I tell you, my husband also, he is also very likes to be in silent only most of the time. There are very few interactions we have, but meaningful and whatever day to day the interactions. That is all I would say. Nothing beyond that. No material this thing and all is not that. Everything has stopped.
Okay, let us see.
Material interest
Let
and
us,
everything.
thank you. Thank you, Varita. Raji, what do you say, Raji?
Yeah.
Yes.
Raji,
Shivoham.
bolo. Shivoham.
Once spiritual awareness, relationship will be more better actually, because you will see God in all. You will start loving everybody, and so सबसे प्यार ज़्यादा बढ़ जाएगा. So in fact, spiritual में if you go, then this can not be that he's my this one, I like him more, or this thing. So you'll start loving everybody, and you think that you are nothing. So everything God is doing, so everything is happening as per the will of God.
Are you talking practically, or you're just talking theory?
Practically. Once you go in spiritual, everybody because सब लोग पैर पड़े, we have to run away in that way. But if you start loving everybody, I don't think it makes much difference. In fact, for me, what to tell? My journey is going very nicely. I cannot tell more than this.
That's all matters.
After
You are not.
It's still going more nicely.
No, you are not worried about everybody's journey. You are
very nicely it is going
your
on.
journey. Yeah. Okay, Chidanand. That is
Yes.
Chidanand.
My journey is excellent now.
Thank you, Raji. Chidanand.
Shivam, Guruji.
Shivam, sir.
In fact, after enlightenment, actually, my all relationships have improved.
Okay.
In fact, there is malice towards none. And as so-called in my profession of audits, you naturally, initially, you have frictions with many people. But now I find their friction doesn't exist because my viewpoint has changed. My way I relate with others is changed. The way I express change, and people reciprocate very positively. Even if there is a difference of opinion, they consider it to be opinion difference, nothing personal. And relationships, in fact, have improved. My experience is even so-called people who are never talking to me are now coming, talking. It's a.
Why you think the relationship has improved?
Because I see sip and all. So it is natural body language. The other person realizes that there is a sincerity in what I'm speaking, and
but they don't see. But they don't see sip. How does it improve the relationship if they don't see sip?
But no. Actually, I'll see sip and also they know that I love them. That the question is, they easily understand this person has got no malice towards me. Good. And they also reciprocate accordingly, irrespective of gender. People get so affectionate nowadays, even strangers on the trade and in the vendors, they talk so affectionately. So I'm also sometimes surprised how affectionate people can be.
Chidanand, I'm very happy with your answer. I'm very happy. It shows a lot of progress on spiritual path. It's very good to hear from you what you have spoken. I'm really happy. Ranjana, but we will try to bring you back in the end of the call. Ranjana. Unmute, Ranjana.
Shivoham, Guruji.
Shivoham.
My relations also have improved a lot because now we have understood that all that is going is drama. Though at times we do feel affected, but within a moment it's over. Sometimes it may take a little longer, but still it doesn't persist now. We don't have any, we accept the situations easily, and we see SIP in all, and we know it's everybody's manifestation of God. So whatever is happening is as per our karmas, and the sansar is drama. And on the other hand, our relationship has become aloof also with so many people. Like we don't do any unnecessary telephone calls or anything.
Beautiful. So beautiful. Very good, Ranjana. Very good. Now I'm finding that this call is helping people. Now I can clearly see when I'm getting these answers. This is very see. Spiritual enlightenment must make your relationship with everybody beautiful. It may be the front person in front of you is a devil. Doesn't matter. Maybe that person is not at all cooperative. Maybe that person is not at all understanding. How does it matter? But practically, spiritual enlightenment must practically make you in a state of Satchitanand. Let me see. Thank you, Ru Mataji and Lakshmi and Rutanu, Manasa. Come on, Ru Mataji.
Pranam Guruji, Shivoham.
Mataji, boliye.
Guruji, my points are similar to Raji. We start loving, we are in prem yoga with others. We love them from the core of our heart, and small things we start overlooking. It doesn't matter in life.
That is important. Raji did not bring that point up. Raji brought up a very rosy picture. So that's why for me, Raji, your picture was very rosy. As if everybody will be so good. No, sometimes people like what Ranjana brought a very good point. Rumadaji, don't lose your point. Ranjana said, what Ranjana said, somebody else also told. Who told, I don't know. That when there are many irrelevant people, I think Samatma told this. Samatma said, when there are irrelevant people, they are gone out of my life. Ranjana said it. It also beautifully said, but what Ranjana said, my whole approach has changed. So my approach is very beautiful. When I was evolving on the spiritual journey of enlightenment, I had a problem. I had a problem with everybody. Anybody talks to me, I would say, nonsense fellow, rubbish, shut up. I used to tell, hey, shut up, you nonsense fellow. How to tell that person? Sometimes it's a respected member of your family for talking nonsense. Then what do? Now when somebody talks nonsense, I tell in my mind, Ye leela hai maya, kuch bhi sach to na. Then I have another prayer, which I tell. When somebody talks a lot of nonsense, then I say, Lord, oh Lord, forgive them. They know not what they say. Oh Lord, forgive them. They know not what they say. Oh, how do you contain your anger? How do you contain your irritation? How do you contain some people, they can just, in English, with a very good idiom. They say they drive you up the pole. They drive you up the pole. Then what do? Spiritual enlightenment makes you shant. Spiritual enlightenment gives you tranquil. In French, Bliss is not there today. She said she's not there today. She's taken leave, I think. Bliss is there. Tranquil, tranquil in French. Tranquility. It means tranquil. I thought Bliss is not there. I was looking for Bliss. Okay, next. After Lakshmi. Rumata ji, aur kuch bolna hai?
Bas Guruji, wahi hai ke we ignore many things and we move ahead. We don't take the things to heart. Let go. We let go them.
I love this when I met one spiritual man who was a little elderly man. Thoda buddha aadmi tha. You know what I told him? His wife was a terror. It's not rare it's quite common. His wife was a real terror. And ye buddha aadmi tha. He was spiritually enlightened. You know what he used to do? I asked him one day. I told him, Dadaji, chalo, I will take you to doctor. He said, why? What happened? I said, your wife complains you can't hear now. You're having a hearing problem. So come, I will take you to hospital. I will get you a hearing aid. I was talking in their house only. You know what he did? He came forward to me and he whispered in my ear. He told me, beta, my ears are sharper than yours. The thing is, when I'm with my wife and she's talking nonsense, I act like I'm deaf. Whenever I'm with my wife, I act like I'm deaf. I can't hear. He's acting deaf. He's enlightened. She's completely enlightened, man. He told me my ear is perfectly okay.
That is true, Guruji.
So ऐसा बनना भी एक enlightenment है. Art of enlightenment. You know, earlier, for example, if somebody hurt me, I would get very hurt. Now, what do I do when I get hurt? I don't get hurt only. If you don't get hurt, then what is the problem? The problem is we are opening our heart to be hurt. So what I'm telling all of you, don't open your heart and then say, oh, mera dil toot gaya. Oh, kya hua? See how he spoke to me. See how he spoke. How can he speak so rudely to me? Why you are letting your heart get broken? Enlightened people don't do this. Enlightened people, they learn to smile. चलो रूमाता जी आगे बढ़ेंगे. Lakshmi, Rutanu.
Thank you, Guruji.
Lakshmi.
Voham, sir.
Shivam, bolo.
Sir, it's like a mirror. How we react, we get the action.
So what?
So like that
How
only
does-
the relationship will be, sir.
No. Wrong. Completely wrong. Spiritual enlightenment is not waiting to have mirror reaction. Then somebody is rude, you will be rude to them.
So better we will avoid.
No, spiritual enlightenment is what somebody told. There is no others. What others? I think Rajendra told. Where others? There are no others. We are all one. No, we are all one Atma. There is no, in spiritual enlightenment, there is no reaction. No RDX. No RDX. Respond, react, destroy, explode. Only RDR. In spiritual enlightenment, you respond. You don't react. You don't react. Sometimes,
Okay, sir.
nowadays, when somebody used to hurt me earlier, I used to give rude message. Now somebody hurts me, I say, I love you. If somebody hurts me, I say, I love you more. I even love you even more. Because then the person will change. Immediately the attitude will change. They become so loving. Try it and see.
Yes, sir.
Always try to be loving. And enlightened people don't know to hurt. Enlightened people don't know the meaning to hurt others. They are themselves in Ananda and they spread sunshine. Okay, next. Who's next?
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Rutanu. Rutanu and then Manasa and Krishan Kailash. Many people on the call. Bolo. Rutanu.
Shivom, Guruji.
Shivoham. Bolo.
Guruji, our relationships with others become peaceful and we don't react immediately, we respond, we try and respond. And previously, if we used to go till maybe till G, now we can go till Z.
What going till G and Z? Matlab?
Matlab, previously our patience level was till G, now it is till Z.
Because we should not explode now. See, the point, an enlightened person will know that exploding is not going to lead to any benefit. Exploding is only going to make the matters worse. Why explode? It should not stop at Z. It should go on to Z, 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 Z. It should not stop at Z. You know, a truly enlightened person is one who never, that's why one of the biggest litmus test of my enlightenment. When I say I got enlightenment, you know what was the biggest litmus test? My anger. I used to get angry, so angry. I used to get, if people, one person in front of me, I got so angry, they wet their pants. Really, it happened. They wet their pants. I used to get very angry. Then after enlightenment, no anger. No anger. Where's anger gone? So this is the beauty that helps the relationship. Okay, good. Who is next?
Thank you, Guruji.
Manasa, Krishan, Kailash, Bliss, Bala.
Good evening,
Manasa.
sir.
Good evening.
So my relationship has been really good because their actions is not letting, it's not hurting me, or I am constraining it there, I'm blocking it, and I am in a happy phase. So whatever it comes, I think it's something Maya. So I'm taking in that way. As the Jagat Guru says, it's all Maya. So whatever the actions that is the people are giving, and I am blocking it, and I am not taking it to heart.
Actually, that is good to do, but that is not the right way to do it. Let me explain to you. So somebody comes now and slaps you. You're sitting and they're doing the Zoom call. Just somebody comes and gives you one tight slap. What you'll say, Maya?
No,
Then how can you say Maya?
it's their action. It's not my action. So if I hit
but-
back, then it's my action.
But what is the mark of enlightenment?
Not reacting to the situation
How would you not react?
by sitting calm and not.
What will make you not react? Let me explain to you. Suppose you go to a shop
Mhm.
and you give 100 rupees to buy a packet of biscuit. So now you take the biscuit and you don't take the change, you go back.
Mhm.
Now you come back to that man and say, give change. So he'll give change or he won't give change?
He'll give change.
Why he'll give 10 rupees biscuit, 90 rupees, please take your change.
Hmm.
Now you go back, again you come after 1 hour and you ask for change. He will give or he won't give?
No,
Why he'll not give?
he has already given it.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, yes.
When somebody slaps you, it is your karma.
Karma.
It is your karma you got that slap.
Hmm.
If you slap back, then means what will happen? Again, the change will come back to you.
Hmm.
Enlightened people don't chuma say Maya. No. Enlightened people, when something goes wrong, they accept without protest. They accept without protest because they know nothing in this world happens without a reason. When somebody slaps you, you should not slap back, because then again the change will. What I give the example of the shopkeeper. When you gave the money, you didn't get the change. Okay, you went and got back the change. If you give one slap back, then tomorrow you'll get another slap back.
Got it.
So that is the way for an enlightened person to behave. Okay, good example and good analogy. Krishan Kailash Bliss Bala.
Shivam Guruji, on spiritual path, one thing is clear to me that all this is drama and Maya is going on. And when I react any relationship, I see God in that person. I know as a father, as a son, I have to play this role only. So I'm not dominate as a father. Second thing, I see God in everyone, so I control on my language, on my action. मैं ये सोचता हूँ मेरे किसी वर्ड से, मेरे किसी एक्ट से सामने वाले भगवान को कोई तकलीफ ना हो. ये मेरी
what you're saying is theoretically very good, but it is just like
ये मेरे बिहेवियर में एक चेंज लेके आता है, कामनेस का, कूल का. अगर मैं कूल रहता हूँ तो सामने वाला रिलेशनशिप भी स्टेबल होगा और लॉन्ग टर्म होगा.
नहीं, वो ठीक है, लेकिन what if somebody is troubling you every day?
मैं ये सोचता हूँ कि सामने वाले का कर्म ऐसा है, मैं अपना कर्म नहीं बिगाड़ूंगा. मैं अपना कर्म
daily somebody is drinking and kicking you. Every day night somebody is drinking and kicking. What you will do?
I see God in that person. So मैं अपना कर्म नहीं बिगाड़ूंगा. मैं अपने मुंह से कोई गंदा वर्ड बोल के या काम करके.
So you will let them drink and kick you every day?
No, मैं उससे avoid करूंगा, दूर हट जाऊंगा.
So be clear about it, that sometimes you have to avoid people.
Yes.
Don't make it look like I see sip in all, so I will even take a cobra and keep in my bedroom.
This is regarding a relationship with the personal relationship with the.
So suppose you have a rotten relationship, then what do you do with a rotten relationship? Suppose you have a poisonous relationship, a toxic relationship, what do?
मैं avoid करूंगा उनको.
So be clear about it. Okay, good answer, Krishan. Thank you. You're in a noisy place. Kailash. So you heard to answer what he said. See, so sometimes we are in a relationship and sometimes we become a slave of that relationship. Why we become a slave of that relationship? मैं क्या करूँ? ये मेरा बेटा है. मैं क्या करूँ? ये मेरी माँ है. Huh? You are in a relationship which is toxic. You are in a relationship which is affecting your spirituality. You are in a relationship that is stealing your enlightenment, which is robbing SIP away from you. And you do not have the courage to deal with that relationship. That is not enlightenment. That is ignorance. You have to give priority to SIP. You have to give priority to liberation. You have to give priority to God. You have to give priority. And in this whole subject, don't misunderstand this discussion. Therefore, there are many aspects of the discussion. We spoke about karma, we spoke about maya, we spoke about lila, we spoke about relationships, we spoke about toxic relationships. How does an enlightened person behave with all types of people, all type of relationships? I like what somebody said. Oh, I walked away from some relationship which is toxic. I have walked away. I have walked away from many relationships. I have walked away from many relationships because on one side I had God and on one side I had the relationship. I have to make a choice. Is it a difficult choice? Is it a difficult choice? One side I have SIP and one side I will slip. I don't want slip. I want SIP. No compromise. For me, I don't know what you want. For me, there is no compromise. For me, my choice is SIP. Okay, next. Kailash Bliss Bala. Kailash.
Shivam Guruji.
Shivam, sir.
First, everyone is the manifestation of God.
Very good.
And I see God in everyone.
Very good.
And the enlightenment, path of enlightenment, the thought in controls. Okay. There are, if we see the practically, earlier there are so many thoughts. Kabhi kahin ja raha, mind is.
Kailash, if you don't mind, how does enlightenment affect relationship with others? Come straight to the point.
So this first, this is the relationship with the others make good by the enlightenment person, because there is no anger of any time. Okay. If anyone is reacting, then we calm or we make the distance. Okay. If
Very
the person is not giving the properly answer, so we think that this is the due to the SIP, and we make the distance from that person if not working properly.
Very good. Very good.
Okay. And this is mainly for the anger is in controlling.
Many qualities.
Enlightenment.
Yeah, anger is one quality, but many more qualities will get controlled with enlightenment. Anger is one of the qualities. Okay, Kailash.
Right,
Thank you.
right.
Bliss and Bala. Bliss.
Hi, Shwam
Hi.
dear.
Shivoham. Have
I
you
would like to say,
Yeah. Tell me.
some people are around us to make us discover some part of you we don't like. And I don't know how to say, but some people I try to avoid because they want only get the worst of us.
Correct.
And they want only make drama and always be in conflict. And I don't want this anymore.
But what if you're attached to such a person? Then what happens?
I'm less attached.
So enlightenment.
I love them, but I love them from away.
From a distance.
Yes, you want. You need me to do something. I will do, no problem. But I don't look again for be inside their world all the time.
Good, very good. So what Bliss is saying, if you understand her language, Bliss is saying there are some people who bring out the worst in me. Why should I be attached to somebody who brings out the worst in me? This is what Bliss is saying. So for example, sometimes it's very dangerous. Sometimes it's your husband or your wife. Now your husband, suppose my wife brings out the worst in me. What do I do? I mean, see, sipina, but if I keep on, if that relationship has to go on and on and on, then my spiritual enlightenment will go down and down and down.
I want
So
be with people. They bring me peaceful and joy and happiness. I won't be happy. It's the first matter and be in peace. And so if I have to be quiet and be with animal, I'm going to do. It's what I like because I have to not do. So I try to be with people that bring me the best of me.
Good, good, very good. See what Bliss is saying. We need to, an enlightened person will spend time with people who inspire, not people who make us perspire. If you are with a person who makes you perspire, if you're constantly, suppose I have a best friend and my best friend is zero spiritual. But because he's my college friend and I am going with my college friend from 20 years, you know, we were a college group from 1983 to 1993, 03, 13, 30 years. We used to go for dinner every Wednesday night. Fixed. After 30 years, I stopped. Because after 30 years, I realized that this is not making me grow spiritually. It's not an easy thing. It is a 30-year-old relationship with a group of 5 friends. But those 5 friends are not spiritual. Now, I can continue to go every Wednesday night and sit for 2 hours and say, hi, and how are you? And every Sunday we go for a movie together. And I waste my life. Now, if I want to waste my life, okay, fine. But my life will not come back again. So this is a very tricky subject. Today's subject is discussion. It looked very ordinary on the surface. Very deep subject. How does spiritual enlightenment affect one's relationship with others? It affects big time. Big time.
Yes, it's true.
You grow relationships with people who are leading you on the path of God. You break away relationship with people who don't matter because your life is precious to you. Sometimes we human beings, we can't do it. I know people who are living in marriage. They are celebrating 50th anniversary, but they are living in separate rooms. They live in 2 separate rooms from last 25 years. And for the public, they are giving happy anniversary, 50 years. And after anniversary going out, they go to separate rooms because they can't sit with each other for more than 5 minutes. So I'm just telling you, this is okay because it's not spiritual. But a spiritual person will evolve. A spiritual person will move forward. A spiritual person will not get stuck because an enlightened person knows that my life is precious. And if I don't make my life precious, then I will land up in a circus. I will land up in a circus and I will just live and I will die and I will suffer. Bala. I hope it's the last question. Bala? Bala?
Okay, Guruji, I got. Guruji, whatever you were saying just now, कि घर पे हमारे भी बहुत fights होते थे, misunderstanding, everything. Once I wrote a letter that I am going to end my life. All these things were happening in my life. All misunderstandings, blaming and everything. तो मैंने वो stress में जाने के बाद I selected this part and this part gives me happiness. But one person came today and she was telling कि तेरे bedroom की दिशा सब गलत है, ये गलत है, वो गलत है. That's why you are leading to detachment. मतलब इसीलिए तुझे विरक्ति आ गई है, विरक्ति हर चीज से. And I want Guruji,
Virakti means what?
I don't want anybody moving around me. There are what we say. I am happy in myself. तो तू तेरे बेडरूम की दिशा है ना, उधर मत अभी तू टाइम स्पेंड कर, तू ये रूम में रह.
हाँ.
Virakti. Or
boredom. Virakti means boredom. You get bored. You're bored in life.
Yeah,
correct.
Bored. Virakti
I
in
got
boredness.
Google. Huh?
She said me Virakti. Virakti means she also said me your both brain are working now, conscious and subconscious, that both are working, and now you can realize everything. गुरुजी पर ये विरक्ति आ रही है, ये डिटैचमेंट हो रहा है, किसी के प्रति कोई भाव ही नहीं है. Are these good symptoms or what? I'm not understanding anything. Guruji.
Wait. Are you bored in life?
No, Guruji, no, and not at all. I'm valuing my moment.
If you told me the word in Google, virakti means boredom. Virakti. No, virakti.
Virakti.
So your friend is thinking you are virakti, but you are not virakti. You have got shakti. No.
Yeah.
You are. So right now you are peaceful. You are happy.
Yeah.
And whenever you go into samsara, you're finding unhappiness, because then you're coming back and telling me. So let me tell you, when you reach a state of spiritual enlightenment, you go above all these things. I am not telling in spiritual enlightenment, you should not break all your relationships. But your relationship should not control you. You should control your life. You can respect. Some people have got very respectful relationships. They don't want to touch it. Okay, no problem. But your relationship should not drain you. It should not push you down. That is the challenge. Your relationship with God is primary. Your relationship with SIP, your anubhuti, your shanti, your satchitanand, your peace, your bliss, your happiness, that is priority. If that goes away, if you lose everything for the sake of a relationship, then what is the use of that relationship? And in the end, all relationships will end, except one relationship. Only one relationship will last, and that is the relationship with the Supreme.
Guruji, I have so much strong weapon that I am enjoying with myself, Guruji. I love to.
Some people don't like you enjoying. I know people, all the people around them. I know some people, they are so happy in life. They are so happy. I see them so happy. But people who see them happy become unhappy. People who see them happy, they become unhappy that they are happy.
Yeah, I think might be this problem will this might be the problem for the others.
No, the big problem. People who are spiritually enlightened, they are in Ananda. But people around these people are becoming unhappy.
Yeah.
So we should not be affected.
But
because,
this is a good...
let me tell you one thing. I want to close this call with a very interesting thing.
Yeah.
In spirituality, what is the most important quality you need? In spirituality, the most important quality you need is called selfishness. You must be selfish. What selfish? You must be selfish about your enlightenment. You must be selfish about your liberation. You must be selfish about your God. I don't share my God with anybody. I don't share my liberation and enlightenment with anybody. I'm a very selfish person. Very selfish person. When it comes to my God, my liberation, my enlightenment, nothing can take me away from them. I'm very selfish. So this is what we must learn. This is not being selfish. This is having surrendered to God. This is having built that bond, the yoga with God. I'm so much in yoga with God that no bhoga can pull me. No bhoga can pull me. We should reach that state. Okay, I think our time is over. So we will meet. Tomorrow's Friday, is it? No, tomorrow's still Wednesday. You still have a lot of time. With folded hands, I bow down and we'll see you tomorrow at 8.